Hey y'all, and welcome to episode 6 of the Countryside Lands playthrough. As you can see, we are we just got done planting the sugar beets. Our things chilling there, waiting to I'm sorry, I'm trying to post to Discord the live stream, but it's not wanting to work out right. There we go. I've got to try to figure this out. So let's see here. Share. Copy link. And then minimize. There we go. Yeah, sometimes technology can be a pain. Alright, so there. There. And one more. There we go. Alright, we are now posted to Discord. So yeah, we finished planting the sugar beets. They are fully fertilized. We got to plow the pea field, and we got straw to pick up off the oat field. Then we'll plant peas here again, and I think we're going to plant barley here. So let's find a tractor. Actually, it'd be easier to go this way. Let's go to medium tractors, and we'll get the Vulture to plow. It's a little, well, it's a little bit faster than the Deutz, but it's not as strong. Oh yeah, I forgot we got chickens. So let's go ahead and park this trailer right here. And grab our plow. Get to where we can see. Whoop. Camera collisions sometimes get you. Alright, we'll let AI. We won't let AI yet. I think it's stupid. You can't operate it backwards with the AI. You know what? Actually, we're gonna plow this ourselves. We'll grab the other tractor to pick up the straw, because I know that will work with the AI worker. So let's hook back up and go to our Deutz. Crank it up and let's go. And it looks like our grass field might be ready to be mowed too. I'm not sure. Grass is turned off, so crap. Let me stop him so we don't crash into the trees. Turn grass on. Now we should be able to check out the growth state. Yeah, it's ready. So we'll have to take care of that too. Where are we going to store this now? I guess by the log trailer. So let's go ahead and unfold it. Because we don't plan on using that log trailer anytime soon. Trust me. Whoops. Dropped the wrong one. Gotta make sure we don't drive in the field because crop destruction is on. It just doesn't matter with grass. That would suck if grass had crop destruction. I think Pichoneer Valley there is crop destruction on the grass. And I think there's a mod that allows crop destruction for grass too, but you'll never see me use that mod, that's for sure. Park this here. And drop it. Alright, let's go get our forage wagon, let them do their thing. I got a feeling we're going to have a ton of straw after this. I think we got a ton now. Alright, hook that up. And let's get to the field. I do love this forage wagon. And the fact that you could use AI with it makes it even better. So let's go ahead and set it up for AI. Looks good to me. And let's let him do his thing. And we'll go to the Vultra. Steering assist, 2 headlands, sounds good. And we'll get rocking on this. Now eventually, we might be able to afford it now. Get a new seeder that's a little bit wider. We'll probably go ahead and let AI workers start planting the peas because we still got lettuce, tomatoes to sell, and some wool. And I don't think we have anything else to sell right now. Water, but we're not selling that, and silage can be sold. But I'm not really wanting to sell silage right now either, because I do want to get some cows. I need get rid of that tree and expand this field out to the border of the property. That'd be nice. And we need to get a pea production down, a preserved food factory, so we can make canned peas. It's at least the one I have on my Island Preservation Challenge. The recipe is 100 peas to 45 canned peas. But we're making, let's see, peas sell for like 1,700. But at the high point, the canned peas sell for over 7,500. So even though we be losing crop in the production, we'll be making a lot more off of it. So to me, that'd be worth it. But eventually I do want to move. I don't want to have any productions down here. I want to buy this area and then place all of our productions there, which we have the money to do that, but we won't be able to afford a new planter if we do that. And we'd have to wait till our other productions are done, empty them out, and move them, which really ain't that big of a deal. Let's lift that up to get it moved. Plus we need bigger tractors. This one's decent, but it's a little underpowered to do this plow the correct way. So we have to do it ourselves, unfortunately. Actually, I would like to upgrade it to the 12-meter one, just to have a wider plow width. Make stuff a little faster for us, because that's one bad thing about live streams. You can't do jump cuts. And I know some series I wouldn't be able to do live, like my plus 25 collab. The fields are so massive, I wouldn't be able to plow one field in a 2-hour live stream. But you know, we could check used cells, see if we have a better tractor. Nope, unfortunately not. And I wish my used cells mod didn't decide not to work. I don't know why. Every gameplay it works for like 1 or 2 game saves, and then it's back to like it's not there. I'm sure it's a mod conflict with another mod, but I haven't figured out which one it is yet. But one day I'll take the time to try to figure it out. I just use so many mods that... Whoops, let me straighten up on that. There we go. I just use so many mods that it's hard to go through it and see what exactly is conflicting. So there's that. It's just, it'd probably take me about a couple hours to figure it out, but I'm sure I could. It's just finding the time between work and recording videos to put out and all that, and then family time. But one day I will do it. And one day we'll get a bigger plow and tractor. Let's see, how much horsepower does this tractor have? The Valtra has 190, and our lease Deutz has 230. Yeah, we need to get another tractor to return that and stop paying the leasing costs, because I'm sure they're racking up every day, especially with as much as we use it, the per hour cost. Probably could have bought a tractor by now off what we would have, or what we've spent on the leasing costs. Yeah, actually, we do have enough to buy one of those Deutzes. I think they're only like 98,000, roughly. And it's not the best tractor in the game, but it does decently. We missed a little bit there. There we go. Yeah, I mean, for a 230 horsepower tractor for less than 100,000, I mean, can't really complain about that. At least I know I can't. So how's everybody doing? I hope y'all ain't waterlogged like we are. We have gotten some rain in the past 3-4 days. Started with the remnants of Tropical Storm Arthur coming through on Thursday. And we got, I don't know what the official amount of rain was, but they were predicting 10 to 15 inches in some places. Which I believe it, because there's a lot of flooding. Let's go about lunchtime from work, and it had been coming down pretty hard for about 30 minutes or so. And driving home, I hit a spot. I couldn't see too far ahead of me because of the rain. And I was only doing about 25, 30 on that back road to get to the interstate. But I probably hit about 4 or 5 inches of water that was standing there. My truck didn't like it, but it made it. And I know they shut off a good bit of Highway 90 down because of flooding, especially around the casinos, which I'm sure the casinos didn't like that, because they hate it when people can't get to them. I mean, it has to be very bad for a casino to actually shut down. Alright, our worker's done, so let's go ahead and dump that straw into the silo. So I think we'll start putting our grain crops in the silo instead of into the grain mill, and our oil crops. Just let that just work itself out, and we'll go ahead and buy that property and place something down there after we do our sales. So let's go ahead and dump this here. We'll grab the seeder and start putting barley down. That'll take 8 months, I think, 7 or 8 months to get ready to harvest. Our canola will be ready pretty soon. Y'all just ignore the mess I have over here. I gotta organize everything. We'll drop these seeds right here. And we'll leave the trailer there too. Now, I don't know what crop that is. Let's see. Rye. Don't know why I planted that. Maybe we turn it into rye flour. Alright, looks like our seeder's full. We need some fertilizer. Do we have any over here? It doesn't look like it. Those should all be seeds. Yeah. Yeah, so we'll just fertilize after we plant. Ain't no big deal. Go ahead and shut that cover. Splish splash. Yeah, when we do get another seeder, it needs to be a, well, it doesn't have to be a direct drill because we do have a plow, but I would prefer a direct drill seeder. Whoops, stop. We don't want rye again. This one's supposed to be barley, yeah. Alright, so let's hop over here and finish plowing. And then we'll grab our trailer and do our sales run. And then we'll see what we'll do from there with our money we have. But I do know the peas worked out for us pretty well. And they'll work even better once we get them through a production. And just like that, we're almost done with this field. It'll take a minute for him to plant the barley. My equipment's really not made for the size fields we have. Our corn's looking good though. And that'll make us some good silage. Now when that's ready, I installed a new mod. It's been out for about a month now. But I'm hoping it'll work well for us. It's called the Non-Stop Crop mod. And basically it takes the crop from the harvester and sends it straight. Well, you can do it to a production or a silo or whatnot. And I like to do it straight into the bunker silo. We would still have to compact it, but it'll make it easier than trying to dump it with our forage wagon and get it nice and purty. So let's go ahead and grab our tomatoes, lettuce, and cloves over there and sell them. And we'll go ahead and let Granny's run out too. We'll move that up there. Yeah, the only thing we'll keep down here is the silo and the honey spawn point, which is slow. We might have to put some more beehives up, honestly. I'm not too familiar with doing honey in this game. I tried it a little in FS22, but it was slow then too. But I know it's good for canola fields. It's supposed to help increase the yields around the hives for canola. So there's that. Don't crash. Of course, it won't be a episode on Deep South if I didn't crash. So we made up 71,000. Nice. That's enough to buy this plot of land. So let's buy that. And now we can start putting productions up here. So let's look at tractors. This way we can return that Deutz, which that's this one, 89,000 for 230 horsepower. Ain't bad at all. We don't have enough for the versatile. Don't have enough to upgrade that. 261. I mean, I do like cases. That's 190. Don't have enough. Yeah, let's go ahead and get the 7200 Pro. If we fully upgrade the engine to 261 horsepower. It has a power shift though. Oh yeah, I forgot I had the additional power mod. But we're not going to do that. Beacon lights. I like clear beacon lights, but it doesn't look like we could get two clear ones. Front end loader. Yeah, we'll go ahead and get it just in case. Then we'll paint in our Deep South color. I think we'll do that the opposite way though. Whoops. Yeah, and can I get that yeah, we'll put the case sticker in the back, why not? And like that, we are broke. So we'll let the the Deutz finish planting, and then we'll bring it back up here, return it, and grab the case. I didn't even look to see what the top speed of that case was. But we still gotta mow that grass, and we'll put it in one of the silos. Do I have a BGA mod installed? Because we do have silage and we don't have cows yet. But I don't know if I have any of the BGAs installed. And it's not looking like it. Huh. This is a Green Countryside mod. But those are expensive. Okay, I do have them, but they're $55,000 for that. We don't have enough of that, and I don't have the doesn't look like I had the other ones installed. So that's something we need to go ahead and save up for. We're going to set this right over here because we'll pick up more produce tomorrow. And I guess we'll start working on mowing the grass. Actually, I might get an AI worker to start mowing, and I'm gonna straighten this mess up over here, because I don't like how it is. So go ahead and do your thing. So let's go ahead and turn super strength on so we can move this around. Put that there. Set this right here in front so we can get to it easily. And then we'll move our seed bags over here. I would, I don't know why I bought more seeds. But I would put these in the silo, but I've never really had too much good luck at putting seeds in a seeder from a silo. So we'll just set these here. Our fertilizer spreader we'll put closer to here. And our counterweight for it we'll place right here. You know what, let's go ahead and reset this trailer. And then let's go ahead and hop to our case truck, and let's go ahead and buy us some more fertilizer to have down there, because I do have fertilizer in the spreader, but it's nice to plant with fertilizer. Why am I going this way? Shop's back behind us. I wasn't thinking. Alright, so let's buy some fertilizer. Let's see, ammonium nitrate. we'll go ahead and get, I think 8 bags is all our trailer will carry, honestly. So let's unlock the tongue so we can actually turn. Let's load up the fertilizer. It looks like we could get 4 more. Never have too much fertilizer, that's for sure. Pull around. Pick it up. Alright, yeah. Now we have 12,000 liters of fertilizer. Now we can refill our seeder, which it looks like he's working the headlands now. Probably set up to do 2. And then I don't think anything's okay. Our canola will be ready next month. Got to finish getting our grass up and put it into the bunker silo. Kind of iffy about planting peas there now since we don't have the production. I mean, we could just straight up sell them, but I don't know if I really want to just straight up sell the peas. I'd rather everything go through production. Just makes it a little more interesting, I think. Alright, so let's unload and put this back up, and then we'll manually move those. Then we'll pick up our, well, we'll go ahead and grab the forage wagon and pull it over there before we move that. This way we're not backtracking. And this tractor should be able to handle this a little bit better since it has the horsepower it needs. The other one the Vulture is just a little bit underpowered for it. Alright, so let's go ahead and move the fertilizer. And we'll put it right here. I'm surprised Giants allowed ammonium nitrate to be put in the game, honestly, because of what you can do with it. But if you don't know, we'll leave it at that. But being in Afghanistan, I got a lot of experience with what you can do with ammonium nitrate. And people who were alive in the early 90s, well, and old enough to remember about 96, 97, what happened in Oklahoma City. And we can put it up against this too. I'll leave one bag out here for the planter because I don't think it holds, I think it only holds like 800 liters of fertilizer in it. So we'll leave one bag for that after we get done planting the barley. And one more. And then this also gives the mower a little bit more time to get stuff mowed. No, I didn't want to pick you up. I want to enter you. There we go. So let's go ahead and unfold. Go ahead and get our lines out. Lower, turn on. Yeah, it looks like they're on their last pass. Let's back up some so we can see. Yep, they just completed their task. Now I don't know how much grass we will actually get off this. I still don't like this hill. And I think the Time Saver stock check said we were it was a good time to sell silage, didn't it? So we might go ahead and sell the silage. Oh, never mind. It's $2,000, so nah, we're not gonna worry about the silage right now. We'll wait until we can get a BGA. Because BGAs actually make a good bit of money. They're not overpowered. That's one thing I'm glad they fixed with 25. Silage isn't overpowered like it was in 22. But now wood chips are. So I try not to sell wood chips. Now I do plan on putting a sawmill in here that Farmer Donkey, a mod by Farmer Donkey, and you can take wood chips and make board or planks, long planks, and beams, and prefab walls, I believe. Which we might get a tree devourer to clear off all those trees once we build that sawmill. Either that or we can grow poplar and wait 14 months for it to get ready to harvest. Which isn't, the most fun thing to do. I mean, it's fun harvesting it with the Colossus harvester, that's for sure. But it takes forever to grow. That's the only downfall. It's very high yielding though. Very high yielding. Alright, so let's follow this around to our bunker silo. And we'll load this into the inside one. And we'll use the other one for our corn. Let's see, about right here should be good so it doesn't bleed out into the ground. Never mind, it might. It went back a lot further than I expected it to. Unfortunately. So let's go ahead and disconnect from the trailer and try to ramp this. Yee. We need a silage roller, honestly. How much does one cost? I don't remember where they're at. Grassland care, maybe? Yeah, there it is. Silage compactors. I mean, that ain't too bad. Let's see, that weighs 2.7 tons, 3.9. We don't really need to go 30 miles per hour, so. Oh, we go wider though. Yeah, we'll go with this. Additional weights? I don't think so. Nah, it's $2,000 more. You know what? We're not going to get a roller. We're going to do it the old way. I don't want to leave us with only 50 bucks. Especially now that we just paid another $1,900 for leasing cost. So yeah, definitely as soon as that Deutsch is done, we're going to return it. Because that's an expense I don't really need anymore. We own 2 tractors, so we can do everything with those. Of course, once we do get more money, we'll get one. Hopefully we can afford it before the corn's ready to turn into chaff. Yeah, I didn't expect that forage wagon to dump so fast either. I was hoping to try to get it spread out, but you know, we deal with it. I don't know how much is actually going to bleed over, but once we uncover it and pick it up with the forage wagon, if it does pick up a little bit of grass, it might automatically turn it into silage for us. Alright, we're at 32% now. I do like this bunker silo mod where it pops up in the HUD when you're by the silo. Makes it a little more convenient. Alright, we're at 42%. I think next time before I get on, I'll find some more silage compactors to try out. I've used that Horse. Yeah, this one I've used on another playthrough on my Whitcomb Park Valley or Whitcomb Park challenge, and it does an excellent job at compacting. I also have a video I did back in the day, back when I first started YouTube, on testing the different silage compactors, and I honestly don't remember what the best one was. That was back in October time frame, maybe November. So what, 7-8 months ago? And there's been others released since then, so I might do another video with all the updated stuff too. Because as of right now, I think that Horse is the best one by BB Mods. Of course, there's also the Productions that make silage, but that's my go-to, and I'm not trying to do my go-to in this live stream. Alright, we're almost there, 93%. I don't know, maybe this will be done and picked up before the corn's ready, because honestly that cornfield might fill up this silo, or both of these silos. Huh. My wife's playing Fallout and she just got an achievement. I don't think it popped up on y'all's screen, but it popped up on mine. Alright, our silo is now compacted and covered. So yeah, it should be done, but way before the corn's ready. I just don't know what we're going to plant in that field. I think we might not plant anything this month. We'll wait till after our sales in the morning to see if we can afford something a little bit bigger. Alright, the workers just finished planting, so let's go ahead and jump to the Deutz. And we'll bring the seeder back. Ooh, yeah, that took almost all the seeds. I might go ahead and keep the seeder if we get another one, for if we do smaller fields. But as of right now, I don't plan on using it. Unless we can't afford one tomorrow morning. That'll be a little different then. So let's go ahead and, well, guess we don't need to fill it up with fertilizer in case we do sell it. So let's go ahead and go to our lease items, select the Deutz, and return it. Alright, we have no leased vehicles. Our grass is planted, so let's go ahead and grab that tractor, drop the mower off, and then we'll probably just go to sleep for the night because there's nothing else to do today. Unfortunately. I don't know if I had the real mower mod on this playthrough. Yes, we can get rid of these bushes. No, we can't. Oh well. Sometimes it'll let you mow over bushes and get rid of them. Sometimes it doesn't. So let's go ahead and go to sleep for the night. Let's check the weather real quick though. Alright, we ain't supposed to get any precipitation till December. Alright, so let's go to sleep. We'll wake up at 8 o'clock, sounds good. You know, of all the Zero colas, Dr. Pepper Zero is the best. Alright, our canola is ready to harvest. So we could get a worker working on that while we go do our sales. Camera collisions. There we go. And we got a bunch of wool. So I think we'll just go ahead and sell this wool instead of putting it in the grannies. Let that run out, which it might be out, honestly. Yeah. I hope we got 2,000 liters of wool in there. Is it not active? It's not active. So we'll go ahead and gather everything up to sell. Eggs, the veggies, and the wool. And then hopefully we'll have enough for a new planter. And one day I will add multiple sell points in here in different spots of the map just to have variety. But unfortunately you can't place a sell point unless you own the land, and we're not quite there yet. So let's go ahead and do that, and I didn't even think to see if our sheep needed food. Yeah, they're going to need food. Yeah, I just turn all our grass into silage. Chickens are good though for now. But that's good. We can mow the periphery of stuff to get some grass to feed the sheep. Ooh, we got bread too. Let's go ahead and sell that. Yeah, we should get a pretty decent sale out of this. It's all uphill from here now. Yeah, I am enjoying this map. I would like it a little bit flatter, but not perfectly flat. Of course, I wish Alien Gem did No Man's Land again. Because honestly, that was the best map ever for the Farm Sim series. At least the ones I've played. Which I've only played 19, 22, and 25. Well, I take that back. I did try 18 on my phone, but I did not care for it at all. And from what I've seen of Farmer Cot playing Farm Sim 26 on the Switch, it's a lot like the mobile one. Alright, so we only made 42,000. I don't think that's enough to buy a better seeder. Did I pass it up? Of course I did. Let's see, we have the case right now. We probably got the 5.2 meter one. Now I think you can actually hook these together. I know there's one, they kind of look like that you could hook together. What did I say it was? 5.6 meters? Or 5.2. Yeah, we got this 4.6, 4, 5, 8 meters, but we don't have the horsepower for that. This is 6 meters, so it's just 0.8 meters, a little less than a meter wide, so it ain't worth it. And plus, we don't have enough money for it. So, yeah, I guess we won't be getting a new seeder today, unfortunately. Oh well. And I don't think it's time to sell canola. No, next month is. Even though it is pretty close at Granny Hoffer, or Granary Hoffer. Is it going up? Nope, it's going down. But the old grain mill is going up. We'll keep an eye on that. If we get a good price today, we'll go ahead and sell it. Now tomorrow we'll probably get a better sell because we'll have clothes. That's where a good bit of our sale came from yesterday, was from the clothes. So let's go ahead and fill this up with fertilizer. $830 liters. Whoops. Let's go ahead and move this over. I'll say it right here so we'll know it's not a full bag. And 500, 300. So we'll grab this one first and see if that fills it up. It's pretty close. Nope. We'll grab that other partial. This would definitely fill it up, and probably have some left over. So let's drop it there. I said drop it. Drop it there, and let's see. We just planted barley. I guess we'll plant. Don't want to do peas or spinach. Only if arable grass does better than field grass. We don't have seasonal growth, do we? No, okay, good. Winter wheat, rye, triticale, spelt. You know what? Let's do spelt. We'll let an AI worker do this, and then we'll take over the combine. Because he's almost done anyways. Go ahead and make sure fast farming's on. And we'll go ahead and get our steering assist. Ooh. Oh, that's not canola, that's mustards. That's not what I was expecting, but we'll let it work. Let's see what the time to sell mustard is. 3 months ago. And that is a huge difference in price. $7.50 to $3.42. I mean, it's selling for a good price right now, but we're not getting much of a yield. We've got like $6,000 worth or so right now. So it won't be worth it to sell it, honestly, right now. I know on Wickham Park there's productions for mustard, and for some reason I'm thinking I looked last episode to see if there was a production for mustard, but I can't remember if there was or wasn't. That's one thing with getting old. Memory goes fast. But it's all good. So we'll just go ahead and take this and dump it straight into the silo. No need to get the tipper over here to do it. And as it's dumping, we'll look to see if there's any production. And if not, we'll just wait till it's time to sell. Which that'll be over here. Got mustard in ya? Nope. It'll be a modded one, so I doubt the one production will take mustard. That'd be no. BJ's definitely won't. Oh, seed production won't. I mean, it might take it, but it's nothing we need. We don't need to produce seeds. That's for sure. I might have to look on the mod hub to see if there's a mustard production in there. Which, let me write that down, because like I said, my memory sucks, so I will forget. So let's see here. Look for mustard production. For Countryside. Yeah, if I knew how to get mods off other maps and transfer them over, I would do that. Biomass composter? No. Oh, that's a animal feed. Yeah, I'm going to say unless this addable food trigger does. I highly doubt it. Yeah, you'll make honey. Or no, wait, that's an input. Never mind. Yeah, so we don't have anything that'll take mustard. Unfortunately. So we'll go park this back over here. And try not to crash into anything. And then before we pick up that straw, let's get some grass for our sheep, because we do want them to continue producing wool. There's nothing like having unhealthy sheep or any animals. You get them for the production, so you don't want to let them not produce. And we actually have a good bit of grass around, so I forget how much grass the pen will hold. Let's see, it doesn't say. But I definitely don't want to get into our field over there. That's for sure. Whoops. Lower you. There you go. Let's back up a little bit. Get it even. Even though it really doesn't matter. Yeah, we'll go through, pick up this swath, drop it off at the sheep. And then we'll pick up the straw. Yeah, this should be at least 2 days worth for them, I'm hoping. If not, we can go up to our land we bought up by the shop and mow there to get more grass. Now I did see a mod, what, 2-3 days ago? I think it's been out for a minute, but I'm not sure when it came out. But it'll allow you to open up an unfinished silo and add more stuff to it. I don't have that mod, but it would have came in handy right now if we had enough to fill up the sheep pen. And so they need just a little under 6,000 a day. So yeah, we got a couple days worth here at least. What I ought to do is get a baler and bale up some hay bales for them that we could just put over the food trigger. But if all this doesn't fit into the sheep pasture or pen, we'll just throw what's left over into the silo. So let's go ahead and fold that up. Which, do we have any grass in the silo? Oh, we do. Okay, well, we got more grass to feed the sheep. And then, like I said, whatever doesn't fit, we'll just give to the sheep. Give to the silo. Alright, food is on this side. We'll go up there and see how much they actually hold. 30,000. Okay. So that's about 4 months worth of food. And then we're going to have roughly 30,000 liters of grass in the silo, so that works out pretty good. And we need to figure out something to do with all the straw we have, because honestly we have a bunch of it. Don't want to sell it because it doesn't sell for much. Let's see, straw is right here. Oh, we got 500,000 liters. But at the high point it only sells for 141 per 1,000 liters, so you're not looking at very much money there. I mean, even if you're playing on easy economy, which I think we're in normal. No, we are in easy economy. Okay, never mind. I could have swore it was higher in easy economy, but so let's go ahead and lower our arms, set the steering assist, and turn it on. Dang, 500,000 liters. I mean, eventually we might have to sell it just to free up some space. But I also know eventually we'll get cows and we'll need it for TMR. That's why I was putting that stuff in there to have so I could pull under it with a feed mixer. Sometimes it takes me a minute, but I'll remember stuff. Of course, sometimes I remember stuff way too late, but that's the nature of things. Come on. You could do it. This is why I love CVT transmissions. They are so much better than power shifts or manuals. But this one isn't as bad because it has just high and low. There are some that have like group A, B, C, D, E, and then 5 or 6 gears in each group. So just high and low isn't as bad. Alright, it looks like the mustard's giving us some pretty good straw. We're at 55,000 already. And then let's it does not need plowing. Mini mod map is a good mod. Now I don't have to stop and look into the PDA to see what's what. Alright, so let's go ahead and dump the straw in here. How's Granny doing? Slowly. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade whoops, upgrade this to get that empty. Adjust production cycle. Oh dang, we can adjust the cycles per month. That's cool to know. I think, let's see, 2 wool, so that's going to be 1,000 cycles. Yeah, we'll be out before the day's over. I mean, before tomorrow. But if I up the cycles, I can get it done faster. So let's go to, let's not do 100,000. Let's do 10,000 cycles per month. No, let's do 100,000. See what happens. And then we'll go ahead and take that bread up yonder and put Granny's production up there. We should have enough after we sell the bread. Because I think, well, I think Granny's only like 30,000. We actually could go into each production. Oh, we got eggs in there, and we can't change that, so let's spawn our flour. Well, we can't do that there, so we'll go here. Let's distribute, let's store that flour. And the canola oil, we don't have enough to spawn a pallet, but that should start spawning flour there soon. And we can sell that too. We don't have any flour in stock, so let's go ahead and do the cycles here too, just so we can empty these out and get them moved up to the place we want to do productions. And then let's go ahead and speed up some time a little bit, see if it pops anything out. Okay, it does. Good. Now that I know it works. So let's go ahead and load up this flour. And grab these cloves, because I don't think we can take the oats out of the production. We might be able to. I haven't tried. But for now, let's just pick up some more flour. Camera collision. If it spawns any more, we'll just keep it and set it down up here and put it in the bakery once we build it. This is all the flour we're going to sell, which, I mean, it's 8,000 liters, so that's not too bad of a sell right there. But I think we got plenty of space here to put our productions. I mean, in real life, you want to have productions on your own farm. At least I wouldn't think so. Most farms, I think, sell their products to companies to produce stuff. Now, I know there's like specialty farms that, you know, because I was watching, I don't know, some show. It might have been Modern Marvels, about the dairy industry. I made $67,000 there. That's nice. And there's a, I think it was in Oregon, a small family-run farm. I'm very small. They had like 6 animals, but they had they made their own cheeses, They had like a yak they milked, goats, it was several different animals. I can't remember well, honestly. So let's find Granny's. Oh, it's only $5,000. We'll put her by the road. Right there. And then we need a bakery and a mill. That's a tailor shop. I think I'll... I don't like the look of that one. That one's probably a good one. And that one's probably a good one. But I don't want it to have the windmill facing the road, so let's put that there. Now we need to find us a bakery. Let's see, this one's 50,000. That one's 50,000. I think I have one more. Nope, I guess not. Besides the addable trigger one and the improved one. Whoops, no, we don't want to do that. So let's go ahead and... Alright, so that puts it on input and output there. So let's go ahead and put that there. So that replaces everything we have down here or down there at the farm. So once everything down there is empty, we will sell those buildings. Because to me, it seems more, it'll be easier for us to keep them down here. But to me, it seems more realistic to have the productions away from the farm. And the sell point area is more zoned for it, I guess we would put it. So let's go ahead and move this flour over to our bakery. Actually, can we I want to turn... Okay, we're out of oats, so let's go ahead and turn that off. And we still got 4 more pallets of flour inside there to take to our new bakery. And we'll just lose the 2 half pallets that are in there. And does this have anything left in it? It still has 10,000 liters of flour. So that's... Whoops. That's this one. I don't know if we do that, if it'll pop out. Okay, we'll pop out the flour. So we'll go ahead and take this to the bakery also. We'll load up as much... No! Oopsies. Well, maybe it'll kick it back out, depending on what we have left in there. Let's look. There's still 3 more pallets after this in there, so... Well, at least now we can't run over the trigger again, so that's a good thing. Alright, so we have all the flour we can get out. So let's go ahead and go back into build mode. Sell that for not much. sell the small garage, and then we gotta figure out how to and sell this one. Okay, now that everything's cleared out, we will landscape that to make it look good as new. And we'll take all this flour to our bakery. And we should still have maybe 2 more pallets of clothing coming out of Granny's down there. And then we'll be able to sell that one. And then we'll just bring our wool up here to this Granny's. Now I don't know what the speed of this bakery will be, but we'll find out. But it will hold all the flour, so that's good. Whoops. So let's go to our bakery and activate bread. So it's 120 cycles per month of 45 bread per cycle. So we'll earn a decent amount of bread each month. And it looks like our worker might be done planting that field. So I guess we go ahead and put them on the other field, and or we could get the other get the planter out and put sunflowers in that field. Of course, we'll have to get a corn header then. But I think we got enough time to put a corn header in, buy a corn header. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So we'll grab the planter. And gotta be careful not to drive over our crops. Alright, that's good enough. And then we'll grab our seed tank, because, you know, we need seeds. Apparently the seed tank's a little heavy. Let's see if we can actually hook up to this. Okay, there we go. Let's fold that, and oh wait, those are seeds, not fertilizer. Let's go ahead and put this back here. Whoops. And we'll grab a thing of fertilizer. I don't know how much fertilizer this holds, and that bag only had 170 liters in it. And it looks like we'll need one more bag, maybe. Yep. I don't think it'll take a whole bag, but we'll get it filled up, so we only have to worry about fertilizing our grass field with our fertilizer spreader. So let's change this to sunflowers. And I think we'll do this one ourselves. Why not? So let's go and lower that down. don't like this planter at all. Well, it's getting up to 10. I guess that's not too bad. Yeah, we do have fast farming enabled, so. And then after we get this planted, we'll put this up, put our seeder up, and then we'll probably go to sleep for the night and see what we got to do in November. It might not be much, because I don't think anything's close to being ready to harvest. Nope, our grass will be in the first growth stage, and everything else is still a ways off, so we can do a sales run. Actually, our silage will probably be fermented by tomorrow. I think we compacted it before we went to sleep. So yeah, it should be ready tomorrow. So we could pick that up and throw it into the silo. Yeah, kind of messed up when we planted how we planted it, because we're going to have a good stretch of nothing being ready. I mean, we do almost have enough money for a new plot, because yeah, we don't have any more room to plant here. So we could buy 30 after our sales tomorrow and put us down 2 more fields, or maybe do 3 smaller ones. This way we get a variety of crops down. And not go too big, so because like I said, we got a small cedar, so, and I guess technically our planter's not too big either. Because I think 2 fields in 1 square might be a little too big for right now. But I think 3 would probably be good. And as soon as we can afford a new seeder, we will probably get bigger fields or combined fields. Like eventually these 3 fields right here will probably be turned into 1. Because big fields can be aggravating, but they also make you more money that way. So, you know, but you gotta have the bigger equipment to work it, and we will get there eventually. I mean, once we have 5 or 6 pallets of wool being produced per day, and not so dependent on money, we'll be able to save up our wool till the best time to sell and make a killing. Whoop, we missed a spot. We need all the space we can get, so we don't need to miss anything. There we go. But yeah, I mean, time is actually going by pretty fast. This is on the 6th episode of this live stream series, and we're already in October of year 2, which I don't think is too bad. Of course, August started year 2, but you know, that's besides the point. But yeah, hopefully we'll have a couple things of bread to sell. I know we'll have a case or pallet, I should say, of tomatoes and two pallets of lettuce, because that's how many we're getting a day right now. And does that garden take anything else besides water? So we could put seeds and fertilizer in there and get a boosted outcome. So let's actually, I learned my lesson last time. Let's drop the front tank first before we try to disconnect from the actual planter. Okay, that's kind of too heavy for us too. So we can disconnect from it and just back it in there, I hope, without hitting our field. Don't go too fast. Let's straighten this up some. Alright, disconnect from it. And let's park this over here by our... Actually, we need to hook it up to the trailer so we can make ourselves tomorrow. Alright, let's kill the motor. We got any wool left in here? Missing materials. Okay, so this is done. Bye-bye. There we go. Alright, let's go to sleep for the night. And like I said, hopefully we can make enough money to buy us field 30. And we should be able to, because we don't really have much to earn. We're at what, 57,000 I think it was. Oh, we got property income. Where do we get property income from? Oh, we got solar panels. Okay. Well, we have enough money to buy the plot next to us. So let's go ahead and load up on our veggies. Load our eggs. I mean, I would put them in the bakery, but we're still a ways away from making sugar. Our sugar beets are, looks like probably 3-4 months away right now, so yeah. So we're not going to do that. We'll sell the eggs right now because we need the money. Oh, I forgot to put that tractor up. Oopsies. But we're going to drop this wool off at Granny's up here. And let her start making some clothes at the regular speed. And then we'll sell everything else. And we'll see if our bakery has any bread put out. If so, we'll pick that up and sell it. Now I know in some other gameplays I've had trouble with grounding accepting wool off trailers. I don't know if we're going to have that problem here. Apparently so. So let's go ahead and just pop it in. And hop into our tractor. And let's avoid the trigger so we don't drop our eggs in there. And do we have any more bread in there? Yeah, we got 2 more pallets. Feeding station placing. Got to place down 3 feeding stations and earn $1,500. You know what? Let's do it. I've never done that kind of contract before. I guess it's part of the Verdo DLC or Verdo or however you pronounce it. So as long as those feeding stations don't cost us more than $500 a piece, we'll make a little bit of money off of them. Alright, and we made $56,000. So let's go ahead and knock out that contract. It said what? Place it in forests using the construction mode. Okay. I don't know where that would be. Greenhouses, maybe? Actually, no, we can't go to the... There he is. Others. Okay, so they're $500 a piece. So basically, you make your money back on them. So we got to put it in the forest area. So there's 1. 2. And 3. So it costs us $1,500 to do that. And we're going to get $1,500. So you don't make any money off that contract. But now we know. So let's go ahead and buy plot 30 for $60,000. And then let's head back and get our plow to plow the area. I've never seen a contract where you break even on, but hey, whatever works, I guess. So I don't know if I want to do 2 fields or 3. I think we'll just do 2. Why not? I mean, we've got to have higher quantity yield on harvest to make a decent amount of money. So this place looks weird without grannies there and grain mill. Yeah, I think the next production we're going to put down is probably the preserved food factory. Alright, yeah, we'll just keep the plow backwards because you can't use AI to make a field. So let's go ahead and fold it. What's that over there? Oh, it's a tree not fully rendered in. You know, to make our life a little easier, let's do this. Let's hit N, customize. Well, yeah, we'll pay the 4,000 to make it bigger. I'm just hoping, with it being backwards, it still pull it. This should, because I think it's a 0 horsepower requirement when it's backwards, so we just won't be able to back up with it. Oh yeah, we're good. Oh, we got a patch of trees in the middle of this field. I guess I should have looked at it before we bought it. It'll be alright though. On my Western Australia map, I'm playing on my plus 25 collab challenge. It's riddled with islands and stuff. Drives the AI workers mad because I always do at least 2 headlands for everything, and for some reason everything around the island is a headland. Don't know why that is, but it is. Alright, so that's connected. It's awful dark for 8:30 in the morning. I mean, I could just delete those trees because we're not going to sell trees. Which is probably what we'll do. Like I said earlier, that big grove will probably get the devoured tree to make wood chips for the sawmill. But that little bit right there, I'm not going to do anything with those trees. Now if we had the sawmill, I'd go ahead and get the devoured tree, at least lease it and fill it up, but I believe that sawmill is 110,000. So we're not gonna even contemplate getting the sawmill yet. Alright, let's see, does it give us, whoops. Let's go with a 2 meter. I don't like that. Let's go with a 3 meter. Yeah, that looks better. Whoops. So we should be able to catch everything that's not plowed that way, so this makes creating fields so much easier. We're not gonna get it right because it wasn't straight. But all our other lines are straight, so that's a good thing. Let's hit this little spot up real quick. Yeah, I'm glad I figured out I could do it this way because it makes it so much easier for us, or for me. I mean, all y'all doing and watching, so nothing's hard for y'all. But it's a more accurate way for us to put fields in, which is nice. And we actually have a good system to where we have no wasted coverage. So let's finish this field, then we'll hop over to that little clump of trees and get rid of them. And then we'll plow our second field. And then depends how long it takes us to plant that second field, we might go ahead and end the live stream there and decide what to plant on the next episode. Because we're at what, an hour and 46 minutes. So yeah, it'll probably be next episode when we plant these fields. I might do another one in corn. This way we get our silage up. Because I do want to get a BGA, so we'll go through a bunch of silage. And then once we have a BGA producing digestate, we can stop buying solid fertilizer and use digestate to fertilize our fields. And that'll be one less expense we have. And we'll probably still buy solid fertilizer for our garden. So I'll probably start putting solid fertilizer in there once we have the BGA. And we actually might look into seed production too. That'll save on the expense also. Even though seeds and fertilizer is really not that expensive, honestly. Not with the modded ones I'm using. It's like a quarter of the price. But I do like using the Vero stuff. Or Verdo, you know, the last DLC that came out. Which I think the next DLC comes out, what's today, the 21st? So in 9 days I think the new DLC is going to come out. I don't think there's much in the package that I'm really thrilled about. But, you know, I got the season pass, so whatever it is, I'm going to use it. Which I haven't used all the equipment in the last DLC. I've used the slurry spreader a lot. But I haven't used the overseeder because honestly, I just don't see the point in it. So let's hop out here. Delete object inputs on. And then let's go ahead and just delete these trees. It's only 4, so it's not like they'd be a money maker. I'm not the biggest fan of logging. I could do it. I do find it aggravating. But with universal auto load, it's not too bad. But we will expand this field once we do get rid of this little grove here. I planted that corn a little too close to the property line. That's okay. So let's try to keep a straight line here. This field won't be nearly as big as the other one. But it'll be big enough, I think. Let's go to, yeah, fertilize will show us our field as we plow it in. Since we get one state of fertilization just from plowing the grass in. Don't want to get too close to that one. Make sure we have enough room to drive in between the fields. Yeah, this will probably be roughly the same size of our, well, what the field we had peas in. I can't remember what we planted in there. Spelt, I think. Alright. And it's automatically set up for our 12 meters, so let's go ahead and back up. Why'd you shift like that? That's not what I wanted. Let's go to 90 degrees. Whoops. Jumped on me. There we go. That's what I wanted. Yeah, I didn't like backing up, that's for sure. At least plowing these bushes gets rid of them. I was playing one map, I can't remember what it was. It was close to probably a couple months after FS25 came out. It was a very simple map, but it had bushes in it that even if you plowed them, they stayed. And the AI tracks were off because there was a bridge crossing over a river, and I set a tractor with a trailer behind it back to my farm so I could dump it in the silo while I drove the harvester back. And next thing I noticed, told me that the AI worker was blocked by an object, so I tabbed over to that tractor. Yeah, it decided it didn't want to go. Why did you not? Did I lift you up? Oh, I did. Yeah, it decided it didn't want to use the bridge, just try driving through the river. So I lost me a full load of grain because I had to reset the tractor and the trailer because it was deep in the water. So I reset it, and then I immediately quit the game and deleted the map. Then about a month later I saw that they had an update for that map where they updated the AI splines. But it was too late for me, honestly. Now I did see that Cavalier Rory has a new map out that I want to try. If I like it, I'll probably do a let's play on it after I'm done with my Whitcomb Park challenge. I'm still wrestling with the idea, or debating the idea, if I'm going to do a vanilla challenge playthrough on, or with Gasoline Billy's vanilla challenge. I'm about, I don't know, probably halfway done with the plus 25 collab challenge. So if I do it, I'll probably just do a 1 day a week let's play, or I might do it after I'm done with the Welker's Farmland Challenge. I should be done with that one. Honestly, 5-6 more episodes. Well, everything's pre-recorded, so I got probably 5 or 6 more episodes to record before that one's done. And I might do a Let's Play on Tuesdays and Thursdays and cut back on my challenge series. Because honestly, I got 4 going on right now. And it'd be nice to do just a Let's Play again. I don't want to go too far. And we'll stay on this line to finish up this field. Yeah, I know. We're at the end. There we go. Alright, and this this field is now plowed, so we have 2 additional fields. And like I said, I'll probably plant corn on this one to go for silage, and then I don't know what we're going to do on that one. How's our... Alright, we are 100% complete. And we only have 1,000 liters. Oh, okay. Oh. This is compacted. I was about to say. Okay, we have 90,000 liters. That sounds a lot better. You know, let's let that ferment. Let's take the covers off. Here. And I think I have a front end loader attached to this. Right? Yeah, I got front end loader attachment. Of course, if I could drive, I'd be able to attach it. There we go. And then let's open up the silo the rest of the way. I wish you could completely unblanket it just by clicking open. It's not letting me. I wonder if it's because I got my the plow on here. Let's drop the plow off and try to see if it'll let us do it with the plow off. Right, let's zoom in some so I can see our angle. It's not letting me do it. Okay. There we go. Now it's emptied out. So let's go ahead and grab our forage wagon and pick this up, put it in the silo. Put this down. We'll set it right here. There we go. Whoops. Alright, let's back out, and we need to take the plow with us, because if not, I'll just leave it there, and well, I'm bad about not putting stuff up, so actually drives my wife a little crazy how unorganized I am, even though I call it controlled chaos. Well, hopefully this will fit in the shed now that we got a lot taller plow. Alright, apparently there's no collision on it. Okay. I'm not going to complain at all. And then we'll hook up to the wagon. Go ahead and fold the arms. I love the fact that the arms on this doesn't have collisions. And then hopefully it'll let us pick up all that silage, because with that cover in the way. Alright, well, let's remove the cover now. Nope. Huh. That is odd. I honestly don't know what to do about that. Okay, we're stuck. I need to smooth that out too, apparently. I'm going to try coming in at an angle just to pick up what is down that's uncovered. And then we'll see what we can do. Let's turn that off so maybe we get a little bit more power. Yeah, I'll just have to do some research, see what I can do to get that last 23,000 liters of silage out there. And we're missing silage because it's supposed to be 90,000. And 40 plus 27 is not near 90,000. And I got to smooth out around there too. So I think I'll go ahead and end the live stream here. If you enjoyed this live stream, please make sure you give it a thumbs up. And if you're watching this after the fact, still feel free to leave a comment. I read all comments that are left. I respond to most of them. I don't always respond, but to most of them I do. And I would also ask that you check out my other series I got going on. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I have the Island Preservation Challenge, which is a challenge created by Countrysude. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, I have the Walker's Farmland Challenge, which is a challenge created by Rusty Money Gaming. On Saturdays, I have the Wickham Park Challenge, which is a challenge I created. And on Sundays, I have the Plus 25 Collaboration Challenge, which is a challenge created by Gasoline Billy. And I also do a Stardew Valley live stream on Mondays at 1 p.m. Central. And Monday through Friday I do a Stardew Valley Let's Play and a Red Dead Redemption 2 Let's Play. And now on Saturday I have the Monday through Friday episode of Stardew Valley in the Supercut. And I thank you for watching this live stream from Deep South Gaming.